Hello and welcome to the Visitor Management Software Category Launch and Demo Day. I'm Yehan and let me quickly walk you through on how this session plays out. It starts with our CEO Ravi Kumar Sapata giving introductions of our platform, followed by the Visitor Management Category Portal launch, after which we will break into a panel discussion with our guest. The panel discussion is followed by demos of all the participants. Each demo gets 5 minutes in total, 3 minutes of pre recorded videos, and 2 minutes for questions and answers from our audience. You can engage in this event by posting your questions in the LinkedIn Live comments. Now, let me pass it on to our CEO, Ravi Kumar Sapata.
All right. Finally, we are here for the moment we all have been waiting for. And we have been bugging a lot of our participants leading to this event today. And they are happy to see that they are all here for the event. More than 150 LinkedIn Live registrations. And the number of people online on PropTechBuzz platform is also somewhat of a record today. What a build-up this has been. This has turned out to be. And kudos to all the participants who have contributed towards this campaign. Hello and welcome to the day. As I said, we are waiting for this day, the launch of world's only visitor management software portal powered by community. For the first launch, we are showcasing the prominent visitor management players only from India and UAE region. We will follow that soon with other regions as well. Also, it's a great opportunity for all the competitors and ecosystem players to come together in an act of a healthy cooperation to create awareness and increase the adoption of this sector. And again, thank you for all of you for running a very spirited campaign since last week, leading to this day. Quite excited to kickstart the proceedings today. And therefore, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce what PropTechBuzz is all about. So it all started with a question: why an industry that has so much of impact to the world for decades does not have a place of its own, a social media platform of its own? Yes, there is LinkedIn, yes, there is Instagram, but none of these social media platforms uniquely serve the needs of this loved industry. And that's why we set out to build what we are building today. As we are evolving and building, people are asking all sorts of questions to us, saying that, hey, are you sort of product hunt for real estate technologies, because we can go to these products and if we can upvote and stuff like that? And then they look at our communities and they say, hey, are you like Reddit for real estate? And then they look at our marketplace and they say, are you like Amazon for marketplace for real estate products? Now, I appreciate all these comparisons, but I must tell you, we are like no other social media platform. We are disruptive like no one's business. And we are new age in many ways. And we are writing our own new rules here. They said real estate social media platform cannot be delightful and engaging, but I think we are proving them all wrong. And I will show you how. So as you can see here, we already have promoted close to 1,000 products, 1,113 products to be precise. And as we speak, products are getting submitted from around the world. We are hitting close to 10,000 members, and we are confident that in the next 12 months, we'll hit 250,000 people, because this is the time we are ramping up our adoption. So all this while we are building the platform, and now it is all about scaling it, right? We already have, since it's a community-driven platform, we have the infrastructure for community players to build their own communities. We have already launched 62 communities from around the world. So associations, groups, there are companies who also create their customer portals on our platform. So in the next quarter, you will see another 100 communities coming up as well. And we are close to hit our first million views on our platform as well. So lots of exciting things leading up to this platform. So when we call ourselves a social media platform, it could mean anything to anybody, right? So hence it's very important to define the contours of what this platform is all about. So there are these 5 different verticals. The first one is we are building the Amazon-like marketplace for global PropTech solutions. Whether you are from Cambodia or Canada, if real estate wants to buy tech solutions, wants to build awareness of the tech solutions in their own market, they will be able to go to PropTechBuzz. They will be able to go to their country portal, and they will be able to find all the tech solutions. They will be able to see their customer reviews. They will be able to compare and contrast between competitors and make aware choices before making their buying decisions, right? So that is one. That is the mission that we began with. The second is to become the Reddit-like platform for global PropTech real estate professionals. No matter which topic you are, whether it is ESG, whether it is smart buildings, whether it is security, you will be able to find the communities of your choice on the platform. If not, you can build and lead communities in the platform. That is the second vertical where we spent most of our energies in the last year or so. It has been a hard run for us to build this infrastructure, but we are happy to say that this infrastructure is ready today. The third one is again a place where VCs and startups get to matchmake and find relevant options to partner with each other. That is something that we have also fulfilled. The fourth one is something that we are very, very excited about. So we are like Eventify-like platform where global real estate events can be hosted. So you look at all the conferences around the world, whether it is 500 people to 20,000 people, people are able to host their conferences on our platform. Very excited to announce that on 11th of September, Economic Times Reality are hosting their first event on our platform. Before this, we have already hosted a lot of international events in South Africa, Uganda, in Dubai. So lots of conferences are getting hosted, and the Economic Times Reality will be our next feather on the cap. So that is something that we are very, very excited about. The fifth vertical is about a business insider like media platform for tech solutions. So there's a lot of media for real estate, but there is not one substantial media which writes about all the technology innovations that happens in real estate. And that is where we set out to carve our own place. If you go to Google and search for PropTech news, you will find us in the top 3 across the globe, including USA. The penultimate one is where we see a lot of potential. So as this platform becomes more and more powerful, you will also be able to find, recruit, and find jobs for this sector globally. And again, the last but not the least is to become the Udemy-like platform for real estate educational courses. This is again massive undertaking for us. So if you are looking to upskill yourself, if you're looking to take courses, or if you're looking to also host your courses, because there are many companies, PropTech companies, who are also educating their masses by hosting their courses. So you will also be able to do that. So that is also our biggest mission, to become the educational portal for global real estate. Now, to build something of this kind takes a lot of hard work, right? But more than hard work, I think you cannot build something impactful without putting your heart and soul into it, and most importantly, love. So we are putting in everything to build a platform with a lot of love, and we are looking for all your support to be part of this journey as well. Now, this platform is both web and app. We started with the web platform, then we built the app. As a result, the app is catching up with feature parity with the web. So not all the features on the web are on the app. App today fulfills mostly the social aspect of it. That means you will find all the communities, you will find the content feed, but the products marketplace is something that you will find next. So that is coming up. So I would urge everybody to install the app, because every category portal, like visitor management as a category portal, will have its own chat room. That means all the founders, CEOs, executives, buyer side, they will be able to have conversations around these categories. And these categories or these chat rooms are going to be very, very popular because people are following this category. I'm going to show how it would look like. So what we are also doing is, since I mentioned, we are organizing this fragmented global PropTech offerings. Now, one of the challenges of this industry is real estate being the biggest asset class has the least technology adoption. Less than 1% of the GDP is getting spent on technology. And the big part of this reason, the slowness of adoption, is lack of awareness. And that is our mission, to grow technology awareness in this sector and increase the technology adoption in this sector. And that is why we are organizing this fragmented global PropTech offerings. And the more we go deeper and the more we talk to all the vendors and this industry, the more we are fascinated by the breadth and the scope of categories. So we have product categories of all kinds, and my mind gets boggled with the kind of product category niches this industry has to offer. I have a friend in Hong Kong who told me about facade inspection software. Now, Hong Kong has skyscrapers, right? These skyscrapers, there are drones that do facade. I know about home inspection, but I did not know about facade inspection software using drones. So that is an exciting category. And then there is somebody who came to our platform the other day from the US, and then he asked me, hey, is there a site selection software for data center developments? Now, this was also mind-boggling for me, because site selection for data center, what kind of category is this? Thanks to AI proliferation for chip manufacturing, this sector is booming like anything. And there are products, software products, that are being offered to find land for building data. I thought it is far too niche to give any attention to it. But when I Googled, when I chat GPTized it, I found more than 20 players who are serving this niche. So as you can see, the number of categories is massively growing, and we are doing our best to organize this, create communities around it, so that people can come in, have conversations, ask questions, and then make informed buying decisions. As I said, we are introducing country portals because while technology is global, real estate is still local. So there are real estate players who are operating in a specific region or a country. So what we are doing is we are making it easy. You can search for your country on the homepage, or you can go to your country portal. Okay, so we have launched close to 6 countries now, and we'll be launching another 25 countries. So eventually, after 12 months, you will find every country on the map having their own country portal and products in there. So the products need not be homegrown. Like a product from, say, India can also sell it in Saudi Arabia. So your product will also appear in the Saudi Arabia portal, right? But for the real estate, they are going to find confine their searches in Saudi Arabia portal. That's how it is. So we are very excited about these country portals. Each of these country portals is led by a country head, which are so we have partnered with a local expert, and they work with it to ensure that this country portal is complete and offering everything. So with that, I want to welcome our guest today. So we are launching today the visitor management portal and the demo day, and I'm gonna share the demo in some time as well. So let me quickly go to before I introduce everybody, I would also like to introduce our chief guest today, who is Mr. Abhimanyu Singh Bisht. Abhimanyu has been a big supporter since the very beginning of our inception. He has always been there, steadfast behind us, supporting us in the journey. This is not the first time he has been a chief guest here, but he has been part of when we launched the app for the first time. He represented from India. We have chief guests from all over the world. And today he is here also to give his 2 cents on how this category and this sector is shaping up and stuff like that. So with that, I would like to again thank all of you to come together and supporting this entire campaign. This campaign is not just for the platform, but also individually for each of you to showcase your products in the best possible light. All of you have done a fantastic job by submitting your products, by getting your customer reviews, by upvoting it and sharing it with your audience and stuff like that. But however, we have a winner here because of all the people who participated. It was Vizitor that showed the most engagement and showed the most creative ways to promote their campaign. And they came in late, by the way. They were a few days late, but still they ended up being a winner with more than 89 scores. These scores are accumulation of people of voting and the number of customer reviews that you have got. So as a result, they will be at the top of the page for that category. And as a result, whenever you are in top of the page of any category, you're obviously people are going to go to the top of the page, right? So that is going to attract more eyeballs and stuff like that. They also got 5 reviews, as I said. So congratulations, Gaurav. Also, we have a category where since I mentioned that we are doing an AMA where all the founders, this AMA is only for the founders and the CEOs. And what we saw that Veris was the most engaged here. So all the leaders, Anup, Vaibhav, and Utkarsh, they have been engaging here. They were answering a lot of audience questions. Also on the product pages, they have been very, very engaged. So congratulations, Veris, to be the most engaged visitor management system leaders. The next one is Gaurav again. So Gaurav also has been the second most engaged leader. So with that, drum rolls, please, because we are now going to share with you, unveil with you the world's only visitor management portal that will showcase the best visitor management solutions from all around the world. So it's very easy to visit the visitor management system. All you need to do is go to categories and you will find a visitor management. I think it's not yet live, or maybe I need to just refresh my page. All you need to do is go to categories and you will find this category right under this, or on the home page also we have prominently displayed this, right? So this is the visitor management system. As you can see, you can follow this category as a user. Say you are passionate about this sector, either as a buyer, or you want to see how this industry is shaping, you can follow this. So today, if you can see, close to 56 people have followed even before we officially launched it, and we hope this number would grow. So when you follow this page, every content, all the new content, all the innovations, new products that getting launched you will automatically get notifications both on your app and also on your email as well. We also have a chat room just for this category. That means all the new, any kind of new content that gets created comes here. And these are all the leaders here. I think this is definitely a typo. Abhimanyu is a VC, so he should not be here. We'll remove this. But all the other category leaders are already here. And the best thing about this category portal, it's community driven, right? So people can come and ask questions. So if there is somebody who comes in and looks at all these solutions and has questions like, hey, who has a better after sales support, or who has a better integration with my existing parking technology, right? Or something of that sort. So they can come in and they can post their question here, okay? And the moment they post a question, all the participants will get an email notification here. So that's how it is. So that is the best part about the innovation on our platform. Is it's not a dumb place just to list your product, but it's a place where you can have conversation. It's a place where you can talk to the leadership of every product and so on. So let me quickly. So this is the category page. As you can see, there's already some content, but as time progresses after this, whenever you have any new feature, whenever you have any new partnership, so keep posting it here, because all the people who follow this, they will keep getting this content. So let me quickly show you how the product pages. So let me quickly show you how the visitor page looks like here. So visitor, as you see, already have got 934 views, which is quite impressive, given the point that we are just starting it today. They already have 89 scoring, which includes 5 customer reviews. Okay, so that is how it is. And these are all the leaders, Vashu and Gaurav from the company. And and this is how the customer reviews are. So they have done a really good job, because our customer reviews are verified customer reviews. There is no way you can fake your customer reviews, because each of these customer reviews are verified through email and LinkedIn. So that's how it is. So with that, again, I go back to this. I hope you all follow this page, not just for your favorite visitor management solution, but also to see how the industry is shaping up. All right. So with that, I think I already mentioned this. I would like to welcome the entire panel here. So on the panel, we have Abhimanyu Singh Bisht. As I mentioned, he's the partner at Spyre PropTech Venture Fund. Then we have Sandeep Kaul representing Hipla as the CEO, Rohin Parkar, who is the co-founder and CEO of Spintly, Gaurav Saini, founder of Vizitor, Utkarsh Jain is the founder CEO of Veris, and Rahul Vaswani is the CEO of Vizmo. So can we have you all on the stage here, please? So let me. Excellent. I see everybody here. So let me pull down my screen share. We don't need the screen share for now. All right, we have a full house today. Excellent. Give me a second, so I pull up all the questions that we have accumulated both from our audience and in-house as well. Great. All right. My first question is, when was the last time you all were in one room or one panel or one setting? Have you guys ever met each other before this?
Some of us have.
No. I have spoken to Rohin and I think 2 times, right, Rohin?
Yeah, more than that.
More than that, but not met first time.
Got it.
So thanks, Ravi. Thanks for putting us all together.
Great.
It's actually so good to see that, behind the names are people, because whenever we are in the market, we are always saying, this company, that company. So it's always good. So happy to be here. Thanks a lot, Ravi, and everyone here. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Also, I had Oriel here. So Oriel is joining from Latam. Oriel just messaged me this morning saying that, hey, you know what? I lead PropTech Latam region, and I'm very interested about this sector because there are not many players in Latam. And he felt that he wanted to be part of that. So I said, hey, come on in. I pulled him last minute. Let's see if there is any opportunities for you guys to explore the Latam region. I'm sure Latam is not on your first priority, maybe, but maybe why not if Oriel could help us out. Okay. So thanks, Oriel. I will bring the question to you in some time. Okay. So let's get started, guys. To start with, why don't you each briefly introduce yourself and explain the value proposition of your individual visitor management solutions there. So we'll start with Sandeep.
Hey, hi. So I'm Sandeep Kaul. I'm the founder and CEO of Hipla. To simply put, our visitor management system is extremely compliant, full of features, workflows. And I wouldn't call it completely unique because everyone's doing a bit of that. I think where we actually come and try to differentiate is that we also provide hybrid solutions, sometimes which are non-cloud, especially for areas which are gazetted entry points. So such as, places which are like education institutes or hospitals. So we have another line of, special hardware for such kind of installations. And extremely happy here to learn from all of my fellow panelists.
Excellent. We'll go to Rohin next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rohin, co-founder and CEO of Spintly. Spintly is essentially an access control company. We started off as a mobile access company in India, and then we've expanded globally now. The access control is what we offer for all our customers: mobile-based access, mobile credentials. And as a part of our overall solution, visitor management is one of the modules which we offer for all our customers who use our access control. And we also integrate with third-party VMS routinely through our APIs and SDKs, where we have QR code-based APIs or Bluetooth APIs or even Apple Wallet or Google Wallet integrations, which we do with our visitor management partners.
Thanks, Rohin. Rahul, do you want to go next? Rahul, you're muted, I think. We don't hear you. So while you resolve your audio issues, I'll go to Gaurav. Gaurav, you can go next.
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Gaurav, so founder of Visitor. So we started Visitor as a visitor management system back in 2020. Uh, Lately, in last 2 years, we have, other than visitor management, we have basically graduated the product to a workplace management system wherein that we have features like or modules like attendance, queue management system, specifically targeting some specific industries. In our case, like we have seen some set of customers asking for queue management system in clinics or hospitals. So these are some categories that we are working upon and co-working places. So mainly, the future vision is to go towards an entirely like a workplace management software from.
Got it. Thanks. Thank you. Let's go to Utkarsh.
Hello, everybody. I mean,
Hi, Utkarsh.
very interesting to see all of you. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Utkarsh, you're audible.
Yep, great. Yeah, so I'm Utkarsh. I'm founder and CEO of Veris. We started Veris 9 years back. And the whole idea and why we all exist as a category is because there are a lot of places in this world which are gated. And we all kind of traverse through those places, be it our residence, be it our office, be it an airport. And the whole problem was the friction that we all experience. So that is why we started it. And the idea spans all the way from security to experience. So these are two, I would say, extremes in which we play. So all the way on the security side, from people tracking to secure entrance to credentials to compliances to emergency management, and all the way going to the other side where you want great experiences, where you want your guests to get a 7-star welcome inside your office, and you can create a great brand. So we solve all of those use cases. Have been doing so for very many enterprises in last 9 years. Have been able to transform more than 3,000 places in 21 countries. And I believe that future is pretty great for this industry, more and more so, where people are getting a lot more experience focused. People don't want to waste time. They really want great experiences in their life. And I think we all as an industry are moving that forward, making lives easier. So yeah, that is all about Veris. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Utkarsh. I will get Abhimanyu. I was already introduced to Abhimanyu, but Abhimanyu, I know Spyre is going to open its corpus in many other subsectors within PropTech. But your first investment, without revealing the names here, do not want to introduce any biases here, has been into visitor management, right? So how do you so what caught your interest into this category, and what are your thoughts about this category, Abhimanyu?
Yeah, hi, thanks. And thanks for that intro also, Ravi. And it's really good to see somebody like you trying to work very hard to progress the prop tech sector. And like you rightly said, I think smart buildings infrastructure in general, or as a wider scope, is one of the core pillars for our fund at Spire, and wherein we look at various kind of solutions trying to solve various problems which could be related to various touch points within real estate. So, and real estate then becomes very wide. It goes on not just from being not just into, say, commercial, residential, goes beyond into infrastructure also, where you have some kind of, access management or, entry management, exit management, those kind of things. So, yes, based on problems, and then we come to solutions that we look at, and we try to looking out at, various technologies where there are various aspects are covered by that technology. It's not just about ends. It just doesn't end at being a solution which is needed at this moment, but is something which is going to stay for a long period of time. Is creating enough of a moat to be able to sustain in that. As a solution for a long period of time, because we've also seen that there's a lot of churn when we look at visitor management systems uh, anywhere that you see them. Technologies tend to get I mean, converting into newer versions very frequently. By very frequently, I also mean because there is sometimes a decent amount of investment done when that infrastructure is created. So that's where we are looking at, and like I said, visitor management happens to be a very big segment within that. And beyond that, of course, there are various aspects that we are working with PropTechBuzz also on, and I know there will be various other categories too, where we will be able to talk or be able to see a lot of new technologies also within them. And I'm sure these founders are pretty experienced and they know way more than me on these on the segment. And I'm also here to learn from them what kind of things they're building up. And I'm sure they've also been reviving their technologies, because these things are also keep on changing very soon. And like I think Utkarsh said just now, it's a 9-year-old company. I'm sure he's also gone through those cycles already. And yeah, I'm happy to support and see any kind of questions that people have. And because that also comes on the part of, we are, as a fund, we are backed by leading association called CREDAI of India, which is an association of builders and developers. And we work very closely with them, so we have access to also finding problems and challenges, and also opening up that market access to these startups that we tend to support.
Thank you so much, Abhimanyu, for your support. I'll go back to Rahul. Rahul, I hope your audio is resolved now.
Yeah, hi. I hope you can hear me right now.
Yes, we can hear you, Rahul.
Okay, great. Yeah, hi, I'm Rahul Vaswani, the CEO of Vizmo. And yeah, we started also quite some time back in 2017. So Vizmo provides a workplace management platform, and visitor management is our main product, which sells the most. And yeah, there's nothing, I wouldn't say I've seen there's some great product on this panel, and our product is not, we wouldn't say unique, but we try to cater to enterprise needs as much as possible.
Got it. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thanks everybody for giving an intro and value prop intro as well. I'm going to share a screen. So I went to ChatGPT this morning. Okay, everybody goes there. So, so there's no harm there. Just that it gives you a good context. So I asked, hey, what are the? I have a panel to handle, and what are the elements of a visitor management system? And ChatGPT came up with text. I converted this into a mind map here, and it says that under the elements of visitor management, there is visitor registration, okay, which is pre-registration, on-site registration, data capture, then identification and verification, which is ID scanning, photo capture, and credential verification. Then there's visitor badges and passes, okay. And then there is security and compliance, which is screening, emergency management, and stuff like that. Then the hardware components, which is reception desk computers, printers, kiosks, stuff like that. And then on the other side, there is access control integration, and then check-in, check-out process, host management, and then there is door gate access, time restricted access. On the reporting analytics is talking about visitor logs, analytics, and compliance. Now, has ChatGPT on the dot when it covers the gamut of visitor management, or is this something, because you would know it better because you are working with customers and you have been in this industry for some time, many of you actually. So my first question would be, do you all agree with this, or do you see any gaps or missing elements? Also, do you see how this sector is evolving? Are the lines blurring? As Abhimanyu also said, that it's beyond just visitor management, and it's an integration whole. So I'd like each of you to just pitch in and talk about your perspective on the definition of what a visitor management system is all about. All right. So let me pull this back here, and we go to each of you. So maybe Rahul, you can give your perspective first. We lost your voice again, Rahul.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't able to fully read through that mind map, but I think yeah. So I think most of the aspects of what was mentioned was covered. I'm not able to see any particular gaps at the moment. Yeah,
Got it.
It's quite complicated.
Okay, who wants to jump in to give their perspective here? Maybe I could go that way, because I think most of them would agree with what ChatGPT says. But if there is any evolution or any missing gaps,
maybe I can. Jain?
Sure,
Yeah,
Rohin.
Hey, Utkarsh, sorry. So I think
No, no
it
problem. Please go ahead.
does capture both sides of things, because see, we come from the right side of what you showed, which is access control and device side hardware, right? And a lot of companies build from the right side of things, where start with the visitor registration part and all, right? So I think what you've shown is that the industry is kind of coming together, and there is, you can't operate in silos. You have to integrate, heavily integrate, right? I mean, that is what this shows, and I think that's what my thought is, and I think most of them will also agree that integration and it's not just a visitor management software doing visitor management, but doing way beyond that is what I believe is correct today.
Okay. Anybody else wants to chip in?
Yeah. See, what you have mentioned broadly, summarizes the features of visitor management system. But as Abhimanyu said, that this thing itself is a living, moving organism, and last 8-9 years it has evolved considerably. Right, pre-COVID, it was more of logbook replacer, where people just wanted to do the entry, and badge printing is still a bigger case. And if you go to the larger commodity market, you can really see that this like cuts the definition of visitor management. But if you go to the the essence of it, and what we are seeing with our biggest of the enterprise customers, is that they are not looking just for a visitor management system. Even saying that just integrations won't be the the complete definition of it. People are actually looking for connected journeys, and I think that is where the bigger value is. If you just confine yourself to the compliance, security, and entrance part of it, the market is small, and the use case is also small. Then you can't approach the bigger budgets and bigger thing. But what we are seeing is that it doesn't start, just at the or I would say at the gate. People are really looking for airlines like check-in. People are looking for automated parking. People are looking at their preferences, what they would have, what when they want. That should also be captured once they arrive at the gate. The check-in should be pretty automated, 2-3 second check-in. Right, people want wayfinding. People want integrated digital signage where their guests can get automatic welcome. We have like at least 30-40 customers who are using robots to greet their guests, and maybe capture their preferences. Then people also want that there should be integrated meeting rooms, where even the meeting rooms you can actually have the full occupancy and everything. So the part is that for the larger customers, they already have some things. So for them, definitely they are looking for connected journeys and not just visitor management system. Another bigger trend that we are seeing in this market is convergence of security and non-security infra. So earlier, visitor management typically fall into the facility management facade, but now we are seeing that even from a feature perspective, there are a lot more features which are non-security and non-visitor in nature, and they are arising from from their HR team, from their hospitality team. Even the CEO themselves are involved into those decision making as to what kind of experience is being given. So I would say that yes, 70-80% of the market, the features what you mentioned typically covers it. But then there is a top end of the market where I feel that there is a lot more to visitor management. And then I think these features, of course, are comprehensive, but I would still say they are just like 60-70% or even less of what bigger enterprises are looking for. I can go on to very small things, they don't look like big, but when you have a large company where there are 20,000, 30,000 people working, even a smallest workflow can like really move the needle. So there is a lot more that is going on into this market.
Excellent. If there are no more additions, I will move to the next question. But you can always raise your hand if you want to add any perspective. All right. I also so I came to know about Spintly doing partnership with Park Plus, and just now Utkarsh, you also mentioned about so when we talk about integrations, maybe I think Sprintly can add some context there on what does partnership with an adjacent vertical like parking technology mean? What does it? What can you help us make sense of such partnerships?
Yeah, thanks. So it comes to, as Utkarsh said, right, the journey, the customer journey, or the user journey. How do you make sure the user's experience is seamless uh, at every point, right? So if parking is part of the journey, obviously that experience has to be seamless, right? Because a lot of visitors will drive into how many of you have probably gone into Bangalore, one of the corporate tech parks, have to park your car right at the gate and walk out to the security gate. It's you spend time, and it's pretty irritating at that point, right? So how can that journey be streamlined? It is through integration with the parking management, with the visitor management, and an access control working together, right? I think that is what I meant when integrations is the only way we can, because you cannot build each and every piece of it. You can stitch it together in a way that the user journey is seamless.
Okay. So when we talk about integrations, there are always going to be players who are really knocked it out of the park by solving point solutions very well. Okay, it's very hard for one player to solve all the pieces together. However, how the integration seamlessly work is also a challenge, right? So what are the trade-offs and what are the best practices that one should follow to ensure this works? And also on the buy side, okay, when somebody is looking, are they looking for integrations? Are they asking you, hey, do you have any partner? Because I'm looking for this entire spectrum instead of just going for a vendor for this point solution. So do you want to shed some light? Any of you? Okay, Rohin, you can just finish that thought of yours because you have experience on doing these partnerships, and others can chip in.
I'll quickly finish. So yes, that's exactly what happens. It comes from customer conversations where they say, "Arey, we also want to do this at the parking," and then that's how Park Plus, for example, happened for us, right? Because customers were asking us about how do we streamline parking, and yeah, I mean, we brought in our partners, and so routinely, that's why, as I say, we don't claim to be a visitor management first company. We are an access control first company. In fact, we integrate with a lot of visitor management companies, right? Whenever a customer, so I wouldn't claim that we are a very strong VMS player. We are a strong access control player. But for customers who want a lower end VMS, we do offer a VMS, which is pretty simple and to use. Whereas for customers who need a very detailed VMS, we propose some of our partners.
Nice. Does any partnership wants to add some context?
Yep. So I missed you, Ravi. You said something? I want to add something to this.
Yeah. Does anybody have any partnership experience here? Do you want to add any context?
Yes, we have a lot of context to add again by the virtue of working with larger enterprises because as everybody mentioned that maybe India and Middle East is still a greenfield market. You might go to a lot of customers who have nothing, so they can buy everything from you. But if you see more of US market or maybe US counterparts in India, GCC and all, they have a volley of technology that is implemented. So of course integrations are a must in this thing. We ourselves have more than 80 integrations. I mean, at least 10 access control integration, probably 5 CCTV integration. Then there are face recognition terminal. We have 3 kind of face recognition technology. At least 5 partners on the parking side. At least 6 partners on the cafeteria side. We have at least 8 displays, different kind of meeting room displays that goes on all the way from 3 lakh rupees to 30,000 rupees. So, I mean, the way it goes, and I think, Ravi, you said something initially and the journey that you are embarking on. And I think that is the future of this whole thing. The way in 2010, you had, 5-6 different sales technologies. And then people kind of brought them together and you have one sales force that does everything. From 2010 to 2020, you see similar consolidation happening in the HR side, where people don't buy 10 different systems, but you have, the HR management, the payroll, the ATS, the performance management, everything in one platform. And I think the similar journey or similar movement is happening into this domain. Most of the enterprise don't want to buy these 10-point solutions and then, go for info security and go for data privacy and then, and undergo all the integrations. That becomes very difficult. So they all are looking for that one, software layer under which you can have these availability. And I think that is the future, like what you wanted, that, tomorrow, if a person deploys that platform and they are not finding the face recognition terminal very good, they can just, choose a different one, put it, and, from a drop down, they choose a different model and everything functions fine. No worry of integration, no worry of info security, no worry of anything. So I think that motion is happening a lot in the market where people are looking for that one unified layer which they can own as facility manager, as enterprise managers, as workplace experience managers, and then everything else will kind of go into it. And we are seeing that motion a lot, where people are wanting to buy everything from us. They are happy to pay a premium on top of it. That fine, even if market rate is something, even if you are charging 20% extra, but if we have like the one billing partner, one management partner who does everything, they really want that. And this unification is a big theme, even in the US markets. If you will go through the reports and everything, that is where a lot of I would say energy and interest is going on, at least on the large enterprise side. Maybe for the mid market, still they are fine with point solutions, unless you can deliver something 10x. They don't want to move. In SMB market, again, I'm seeing a good breed of unified players who are coming in, who are offering 8, 9, 10 things all together. In fact, we all partners here, all companies who are here, we all are seeing the same motion. We started with Visitor, but we see that there are 4 or 5 more modules that people are looking for. So I believe that yes, integration is one part, but building that muscle where you can have those point solution inside you with AI, with the speed of development and everything, and the point solution nature, I believe that a lot of those things can be developed in house. So yeah, that is how I feel this whole future is moving forward.
But are you looking at one player offering the entire suite, or there are going to be players who are going to offer a solution by doing partnership and branding one solution together?
Yeah, so see, partnership definitely is required. You can't do everything. You can't manufacture all sort of hardware. But at the software level, I believe that unification is required. You can't have like 10 different softwares going in. It really muddles up the thing. So if somebody is going with a greenfield deployment, they would definitely prefer a vendor who is bringing everything rather buying 10 solutions. If you are going into a somewhat brownfield where there are already 7, 8 solutions, there also people have a preference that if they are into the replacement cycle, they want one vendor to provide everything. We are seeing that happening a lot more these days. It was not the case 5, 6 years back, but now customers are more educated, more understanding, and if they find something like that, they prefer that.
Got it. Anybody wants to add their perspective? Okay, then we move it. Yeah, Rohin.
Yeah, I think Utkarsh said it right. Customers want one, what do you call it, as a single pane of glass. That's the word which is used, right? To do everything. But that does not mean that you have to build everything. To Utkarsh's point, maybe my view is a little different, where I think white labeling is also something which we see happening. Like, so if, say, Utkarsh and his companies build something which is very unique, and we can bring it, say, under our offering, or vice versa, right? So there could be a white label integration where the customer still gets a very seamless single pane of glass. It appears like single software, and we can achieve it through SSO integrations and all that. I think that is something which I feel is the future for providing that seamless experience.
Got it.
No, I agree with you, Rohin. The only caveat that we see is that most of the again, sorry, so my maybe views are more biased towards the larger enterprises, 1,000 people above. But the problem that we have seen into those cases is mostly info security. These days, the enterprises have grown a lot more wary of info security. And then if you are having 4 vendors who are bringing their own software, the info security process itself, they have like a 300, 400 questions spanning across 20 pages. And if you have 4 vendors who are doing that, you can take like 6 to 9 months just to complete the info security before even deploying. So that is where we have kind of seen that if you can bring your own product, even if the features are less, but if the friction to put it inside is less, that makes a lot of sense. So I mean, Rohin, to your point, I agree that yes, I mean, you can't be doing everything, but whatever you can do yourself, that will only speed up the overall GTM and entry into the customer.
Correct. Maybe I'll just add to this, and naturally there are two sides of the spectrum. One for all, or you have different solutions. My experience is slightly different, and maybe it'll just give some color to the panel, right? So in my own experience, we had like 6 modules, and I've just found one customer which will buy all the 6 modules. Usually, it will start with that they want one vendor. And Utkarsh, you're absolutely right. They don't want, constantly to go and file for all the InfoSec approvals again and again. And maybe it's very market centric, right? Especially in the Indian subcontinent. While customers would want that, we want everything under one umbrella. they probably wouldn't even have thought of the entire scope. What does that mean, right? So in our experience, we've been pretty, I would say, decently successful in selling point solutions, and then to a bit of what Rohin said, integrate with others, whether it's a hot desking, and especially because the asks will go so deep. It will be very difficult for a company like ours to make deep vertical products and at horizontal at the same time. So uh, just as a point of discussion, at least in our experience, we see that most of the customers would want everything. Maybe we want everything under one umbrella, but once you actually try to explain, you can't have. And just as an analogy, while Salesforce has done quite a lot of horizontal integration for sales, you can't have Microsoft to do your email and workplace, and at the same time they do also handle finance, right? You will have different systems, and so each software company would be specialist in what they do. And it's easy to put everything under a workplace umbrella, but in our experience, it's been a bit different.
No,
Excellent.
agree to your point. Yes.
I would like to just do a segment change and show a few product demos here. Okay, and then we continue our panel discussions. We'll go with Spintly first. So allow me to show Spintly product demo here.
Hi everyone. So Spintly is an access control company. We offer access control solutions using our hardware and software products. We started as a mobile credential provider using Bluetooth and NFC technologies. And as a part of our software, we also offer visitor management. So this is a quick demo of our visitor management software. So visitor management is a module within our software. This is the admin view for the customer admin. This is how you set up your visitor management for your organizations. It's customizable. You can choose what options the visitors should see. For example, they can upload their photograph. Your purpose of visit can be customized. Then employees can also have privileges to invite visitors. And then you can customize your declarations or any terms and conditions which you want the visitors to sign. Admin can also see visitor history, the logs of the visitor, as well as expected visitors, and also see other analytics through our admin portal. On the user side, employees have a mobile app where they can use this app for access control. They can use QR codes for their own access, and also use this app to invite visitors. So this is how you can invite a visitor. Just need to create a scheduled visitor. You need their details such as email address or phone number, which you can use to invite the visitor. You can select the site or the location where the visitor is invited. You can select the purpose of the meeting, and also specify the start time and end time of the meeting. And then also add any few comments which you want to add, and then schedule the visitor. You can also provide access to the visitor using QR codes. So this is the door which the visitor will have access. And once the visitor is successfully scheduled, the visitor will receive an email, and then the visitor can use this link to check in. Usually check-in can be done a few minutes before the meeting starts. The visitor has to validate herself using an OTP. Once the verification is done, the visitor can quickly complete his or her check-in. Depending on your customization, the visitor may have to upload a photograph of their ID and their face, and also agree to the terms and conditions. And then they'll receive a QR code, and which then can be used to gain access to the doors which they have been given access to. This feature is also available through APIs, where we integrate with third-party VMS systems, which can then integrate with our hardware. So looking forward to collaborate with the ecosystem here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rohin. We have an audience question here. And it says, for scaling businesses, how does Visitor handle multiple location deployment and centralized management across different offices or campuses? Primarily multi-location and multi-platform.
Is this specific for us or is it a general question?
No, this is for you or for your
So
demo.
yeah, I mean, multi-location. I mean, it's being cloud-based. It's pretty simple. We have concepts of sites. So there's a hierarchy already built into software. Our software, where it's an organization having multiple sites and site managers, site admins, and then those hierarchies are built in. So it can be easily used at multi-location across geographies. In fact, right, where you can manage visitors, you can get statistics of each site, how many visitors are getting coming to each of the sites, and modes of access, whether it's QR code, mobile, all everything can be managed remotely.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohin. We'll go to Veris next. Excellent. So we have a question for Veris, but before that, Abhimanyu just requested that he would be leaving for his next meeting. Thank you so much, Abhimanyu. And he also messaged me saying that he is happy to talk to anybody who is operating in this space, and I will be making those connections later. Abhimanyu, do you want to say anything before you leave?
Thanks everyone. And like Ravi already stated, I'm happy to interact with anyone would like to, any bounce, any ideas or talk about anything, regardless of they're raising capital or not. But happy to, bounce ideas and see what is happening in the space. Thank you everyone.
Thanks so
And I
much.
wish you the best.
Thank
And
you.
I already, obviously, I'm already seeing everyone's website and I'm already visiting. What do you guys do? Already very excited to see what all you're building. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the question for Veris is, So great video, by the way, but there is a question for you and says that, hey, how does Veris solve for security incidents or emergency situations within the site?
Yep. So when we talk about security, there are multiple areas in security. It all starts even before a person comes in. So how do you do the background check? How do you do the ID verification? So we have multiple modules to that. I mean, all the way from Aadhaar authentication to if you have any gray list or any white list or black list, we check that. We can actually match your passport or your identity photo with your current photo. So all of that can be done. So that is first level of authentication on security. Second is when you arrive on the site, there too a lot of security procedures can be done in, since we have more than 5 different authentication mechanisms, from mobile number PIN to QR code to your face credential to your palm credential to a mobile based wallet credential. So depending on that, you can actually ensure the access of the person. Third thing that you can do is in our system, you can also integrate the cameras. So even if you want a passive tracking of your or active tracking of your visitors, that can be done. So if the person is entering into a particular area, if we have the CCTV feed, we can actually tell you in real time as to where they are heading, and are they into the right place or not. Then apart from that, since we have the complete information of all the employees who are inside by the virtue of integrating to access control and all the info of visitor who are coming inside, so pretty much around that we have the full info of who all are there, how many employees, how many visitors, how many contractors, how many interview candidates, temporary, permanent, what are their security clearances, what area they are in, if they need any special assistance. And in case you have an emergency situation, all you need to do in our system is press a button and automatically the whole emergency procedure and muster starts. All the people start getting info on their phones, on WhatsApp. You can have like multi-level escalation metrics. So you actually get a very good, precise info in one go as to who all are inside, and out of 300 people, 200 have marked themselves as safe, and rest of the 100 people, you can figure out, or you can actually go and assist them. So I mean, this is just the brief, but I can go on. We do a lot of behavioral analytics on entry. We can have like a lot more granular, data analytics to identify if there are any specific security tracking or emergency management people want to do.
Thanks, Utkarsh. We'll get back to the panel. So one of our participants, they asked a question they would want to know from others, which is just give me a second. Yeah. So they said that especially in the SMB, there are visitor management for them is good to have product rather than must have. And many companies usually think of implementing. They're not implementing VMS initially, but at a late stage. And that's why they are finding it hard to do business. Is that something that we have also found? Like the awareness to invest in a substantial visitor management system is lacking?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Is it specific to someone, or anyone can take it?
No, whoever wants to go. Sandeep, you can go ahead. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to give a bit of there are three kinds of buyers, and accordingly, the need or the desire of visitor management will be there. So number one is gazetted entry points, right? These are entry points where, by law, or at least because they are gazetted entry points, you require some kind of a guest logging or a visitor management system, right? So that's the first. The second is where it's not a gazetted entry point, but it's highly a secure place, maybe education, hospital. So a gazetted entry point would be things like ports, airports, wherever it's been mandated. And then second is gazetted, which is not, but still secure, at tech, education, hospital. And then third is basically at wish, which is typically MNC offices, grade A buildings, so on and so forth. So, depending on which side of the spectrum we are selling to, we'll find the demand. Naturally, if it is a good to have and not must have, then you are up against parameters like budget, requirement, and so on. I hope I give some flavor on this.
Got it. Is that anybody wants to add to that, or? Okay, then we move to the next one, which is let's talk about the adoption patterns. Okay, so this is also related to the one that I just asked you. Are your early adopters large enterprises, co-working spaces, residential communities, or government institutions? And how do their needs differ?
Yep, I can answer that.
All right.
Yeah. So, definitely you would see that in each of these spaces, there are separate kind of leaders, because ultimately, it's a full product, or I would say full CR or ERP kind of suite that people want to buy. Residential is majority captured by MyGate. Of course, the whole monetization path is very different. They've monetized it via advertising. So that is there. In the co-working space, there are certain cheaper open source alternative like Nextodus and all. So co-workings have also adopted some solution, but their focus is more around the, I would say payments and monetizing their spaces and bookings and all. So that is there, less on visitor side. Hospitals, of course, in India, I haven't seen much they buy anything, hospitals, schools, but in US, you would see that specifically for hospitals and schools, there are specific, vendors like Raptor specifically does the school part. So because schools have a different kind of compliance. So yes, the adoption curve is very different, because the needs by which they are buying, somebody's buying for experience, somebody's buying for security, somebody's buying for compliance. So that is there. And coming back to the previous question on the pricing or the budget side, of course, I think that is the biggest challenge, I believe, and I think all of you can resonate or maybe contradict me, is that in the past there have been very cheap solutions that have been sold. Customers are used to buy that 20,000 30,000 rupees one time VMS with a computer which a guard operates. So now suddenly when the facility manager goes to the CEO and says, now I want to invest probably a 6 lakh rupees or a 10 lakh rupees every year to do the same, so now suddenly you are asking for a budget. So suddenly that happens, and then unless you have a very good ROI case, very good reasoning for that, typically it's shot down by the management. Unless there is a buy-in from the management, of course the entry is difficult, because you are asking for a 10x budget, whereas it's not a very essential thing, at least in the mind of most of the customers. So yes, education is required. It is happening at a lot of places. The CEOs themselves go to some other place and they see this solution, then they realize that, oh, this is amazing, I also want something like that in my place. But otherwise, yes, of course, it is a uphill battle to sell that and getting that 10x budget provision.
Got it. So thanks for covering both sides. I would also have a follow-up question on that. On so when you are selling it, what is the value prop that you are asking? Has it got anything to do with cost savings? Because I think this is operations, right? And this is security and compliance. So that is the next question. But I would give this opportunity to other people also to answer the previous question that I had, right? What are the different sectors, subsectors, whether it is large enterprise, co-working, residential? Maybe quickly you can go and give a
So I
definition
can,
of your target
yeah,
target market you're offering. Yeah.
yeah, I can answer, like on in our case, like for our early adopters, what we have seen. So a lot of manufacturing companies, specifically industries, we have seen coming up to take this solution. Again, the problem is again it's the same, that they don't have a very big budgets, because they have been used to use those solutions like what Utkarsh mentioned, like desktop based solutions. But yeah, slowly gradually they are coming up, and understanding that this is not what that will help them in future, and they need to go up for like a cloud solution to get next set of features, specifically like SMS alerts, or other things like that cloud software specifically provides. So yeah, manufacturing is one thing that we have seen in our case was the early adopters for Visitor.
Got it. So thank you so much. I would like each of you to how do you train your sales team, right? So what is your pitch? How are you able to convince them? What is the ROI that you are promising? Maybe it will be good not just for the buy side also, but also for healthy collaboration between all of you. So does somebody want to go ahead on what's the kind of pitch that your sales team has? What is the promise, whether it is ROI? And then I have a related question in terms of pricing. What are the pricing structures also in this industry that would be also helpful? So for the first one, who wants to go next? I would like others to take initiative because Utkarsh has been playing a lead role here.
See, typically, the first question for any sales team is, sir, do you, or sir or ma'am, whatever, do you have a visitor management? I think that is the lead in where everything starts, right? And and if they don't have, then you try to figure out why they don't have. If they don't have a need, or what is the issue around, and then you actually try to funnel it down, take it forward. But see, value proposition broadly centers around three key pillars. One is compliance. Everyone is, we all are handling PII, which is personally identifiable information. So that is the first major pillar. Cost saving, especially in the Indian market, no, because we all are an assisted economy. No matter if you put a most of the times, unless you're doing what Utkarsh does with the robot. But if you put those tab-based solutions, you will still have the guard or the reception actually assisting the guest, at least in our case. So you drive some value from cost angle. If there are multiple front desk people, you can try to reduce and build a case around cost optimization. But most of the time it stems from three pillars. As I said, number one is compliance. Second is everything around experience of the guest, right? How do you want that to happen? And the third pillar is the host experience, which is the employee experience. Otherwise you have a lot of chaos happening. Visitors are checking in. So these are the three key pillars where I have seen most of the times the value proposition striking a chord with the customer, less with the cost, because as I said, you'll not be able to completely at least in the Indian subcontinent. So that's where we focus on, Ravi.
Got it. Thank you so much. Anybody else wants to share their perspective here?
Yeah, maybe I can add a little bit on
Yeah.
that. We are unlike most of the visitor management. We approach the problem from the access side of things, right? Where we ask the questions about, eh, have you digitized your access for your employees, your visitors, everything, right? Or are you still using physical cards or issuance of cards at the front desk, which is manually being issued, right? So has that process been automated? And if the answer is no, then we say that, yeah, we have a solution for you. So that's how we train our salespeople, that as digitization is the key. Is ask the question about digitization.
Got it. My next question is on the pricing structure. So how does the pricing structure work for this industry? So is there a standard pricing structure, or it is per seat basis, or how does it work out? Maybe if some of you can shed some light there.
I can take that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I think it's more almost internationally that it's visitor management is per location. That's most of, like, wherever we've seen or thing is that you charge per location, not per visit or anything like that. Yeah, per location is what is thing, and there are different types of packages. Many people have two, three different packages. With the more features you have, the higher the pricing goes. From it goes to
So it's
like
like a tiered
standard.
model. Like,
Yeah.
is there a tiered model, or then you add a lot of integrations, and then there is a third customized model also?
So yeah, so normally what at least even globally also there's like a standard premium plan, and then there's an enterprise plan which will include the integrations, and that might be custom as well. So that pricing might not be available on the website, and yeah, that's how the tiered pricing is.
We sell only one. We don't have any tiered pricing. We only have one package. Everyone gets everything. And naturally, there are disadvantages and advantages of both the models. For us, I think we are quite late entry into this market, so we thought that it's too much of management around different kind of pricing and who gets what. And so we just introduced one, and it's been working okay. We have seen variation of some customers are okay with most of them are okay with OPEX model, which we want to sell. But we do see requirements around capex, especially if you're selling to a large enterprise which is not so used to buying subscription. They may ask you to capitalize it, but then it's only a financial engineering, right? We probably disguise OPEX into capex, and then probably still try to get the order, right? That's the honest answer.
Utkarsh, what has worked for you? What are your pricing structures?
So, as everybody mentioned, I mean, the industry has pretty much, the similar direction for pricing. Like if you go for a point solution, then it is mostly resource based. Visitor management goes via site, meeting rooms go via per meeting room, desk goes via desk. But if you are like selling the whole solution, then you get an opportunity to price it per employee, right? So we have done that. Otherwise, we have two modules, Pro and Enterprise. So we go via both the plans. Enterprise is way more complex, where the requirements are much more integration, much more, I would say, workflows and everything. Then only we offer that. But otherwise, Pro is fine for most of the enterprises. So that is what we have seen on the drivers of pricing. I mean, I think Sandeep mentioned it very well, that yes, I mean, there can be multiple drivers, but we typically try to identify that what is the biggest burning pain point and try to mostly structure it around that. In Indian subcontinent, we have seen that the productivity gains or the cost savings are not a bigger driver, because it is typically hard to remove the person. And even if you can save 10 minutes of each employee, most of the buyers think it is a theoretical exercise. I don't know why. And maybe you guys can also chime in. Have you been able to convince a customer that deploying a full suite can save 10 minutes every day, probably 240 minutes in a month? So that is a great saving of time. I am yet to see that people buy that. But yeah, so typically then it is mostly around that your workflows get automated or better experience or compliance. So yeah, those are the most of the drivers that we also see. But yeah, of course, you can go deep into the discovery and you can identify those specific areas which really are bothering the person. And I think the whole pricing game is basis that. I mean, how much in pain they are.
Got it. I will shift to the last segment here, which is to know about the future of visitor management and what's the disruption looking like. How is the industry evolving, especially in the advent of AI? But before that, let's play the two other short demos here from Visitor and Vizmo. Let's go to Visitor.
Which option will you prefer if you have to visit someone in the office? The regular unbearable process of registering and waiting, or using the all-new Visitors app. You just have to add your name, phone number, post, and it's done. The moment it's done from your side, the receiver will get a notification. That's it. Enjoy your meeting. It even allows you to share your experience. Bro, still waiting?
Excellent. So, Gaurav, this is for you. The question is, hello. Please,
Yes, I
so
can hear.
sure. Please mute yourself in case you're not speaking. I think we'll wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so just be patient. So, Gaurav, the question is for you is in case of visitor overstays or emergencies, how does the system surface alerts or actions to hosts or admins?
Yes, so we have a module specifically for this thing, overstay alerts in this case, and for emergencies also. So there is a system wherein like we can set up a time for every visit. Specifically, that this module is specifically need to be enabled for this thing, for visitor management, wherein like you can set up a time in the settings, that let's say for a visit, you align 2 hours of a time for this visitor to be in the premises. So if the person is not checked out before 2 hours, so the admin and the security manager, according to the rules, they'll get an alert on their email and specifically on SMS that this person has overstayed, and that is how that module works. And for emergency also, like for all the employees that are there in the system, that is integrated with the Slack and Teams specifically, wherein like they'll get alerts in case of any emergency situation, and for visitors they'll get alert on their SMS in this case.
Got it. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Also, Gaurav, just curious, you came in late in this campaign and you got most of the customer reviews. How did you get them? Either they love you a lot or you bribed them. How did you get so many customer reviews?
So, like I asked my salesperson to call some of the clients, and also some of the team members also upvoted a bit on the last minute. So that is how it all happened.
Okay, great. I would urge all the other players also. Because for the next 12 months we're going to promote this category. So please get as many customer reviews as possible. All right. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next and the last one, which is Vizmo.
What's it like to visit your workplace? Do visitors have to write their details in a logbook and wait at the reception? Does your receptionist have to reach you via phone calls? What if she can't? Most importantly, how does your security team know who is in the building? Sounds tedious, time-consuming, and overall, not very safe. Introducing Vizmo for a seamless visitor experience like no other. Vizmo allows you to send an invite to your visitor. The visitor can click on self-check-in and fill in their details on the form. Once the form is submitted, the invitee gets a notification. They can review the form and choose to accept or decline the visit. Once accepted, the visitor can just scan the QR code on the tab on the day of the visit. Your employee is notified on their mobile, while your receptionist and security team can conveniently view the visitor's data on a dashboard. Simple and effective, Vizmo elevates your visitor experience not just for visitors, but for everyone involved. The most easily configurable solutions that caters to all your needs. Vizmo, enhancing workplace experiences to make everyone happy.
Excellent. So maybe we go to Rahul. Your question here is, just allow me to give you the spotlight here. Looking ahead, what roadmap or innovations is Vizmo exploring? Any AI innovations and stuff like that?
Yeah, so right now we are doing a lot more integrations with facial recognition access controls. That's something that we've spending a lot more time on. But the most recent, like the innovations that we'll be coming out with is facial recognition for the visitor management itself. So for repeated visitors, there'll be facial recognition. So that'll be launched very soon, and that would be the most the biggest innovation coming out in the near future. After that, so more simple chat interfaces, AI chat interfaces to maybe invite visitors for upcoming visits, and those would be visitor management specific innovations coming out in the near future.
Excellent, Rahul. I also completely forgot that we have Oriel in the room, and I'm gonna bring Oriel on stage. Oriel is from the Latam region. He leads. He's quite active in the PropTech space, and he works with a lot of embassies. Also leading the Latam PropTech vertical for us as well. And he had a question for all of you. So Oriel, please introduce yourself and please ask your question.
Yes, hi guys. I'm Oriel. I'm from Argentina, but I'm a co-founder of Copilot Innovation. It's an AI agency based in Chicago, and we are globally distributed. So anything that we can help in AI is will be my pleasure. So, in the other hand, I'm helping Ravi to develop PropTechBuzz in Latin America. And I know a couple of big players in this category. So it's going to be my pleasure to connect you with those players in Latam. And maybe if you are with plans to go to that market or share some synergies with them, it's going to be also my pleasure.
But are they willing to go? So maybe a quick question is, what are your preferred regions? Like if Latam opens up, would you be open to explore, or do you have specific regions that you're focusing on?
For Ravi, for us, India is still a large market. India and UK. We've just started entering Middle East. I think unless our customers take, like we've done some US deployments recently, but they happened because one of our customers asked us to go. So anything with North America, LATAM, South America, what is not India, UAE, and UK is not on our radar because it also means a lot of different handling of data. As I said, we all are, we all have to follow different compliances for personally identifiable informations. So it requires a lot of work and a lot of thought, and especially around fiduciaries and processing agreements and stuff like that. So for Hipla, at least, not straight away unless one of our customers takes us there.
Got it. Thank you so much. Anybody wants to add any geographical preferences here, or?
Yeah, so we operate in US as well. So I'm based in the US. So time zones wise, yeah, we have customers in South America already, which we serve. So we would be open to such this geography.
Then it would be good if I connect you with Oriel as well. Great, excellent. Excellent. So now I think we can wrap this up. My last question here is to see where the future is heading, because each of you is working closely with the industry. You are shaping the future of the industry. Your roadmaps is taking your customers to the future, right? So nobody is better positioned here to answer this question than all of you. So why don't you each of you take turns and share where do you see the future of visitor management, and how are you investing into that future in your product roadmap? We can start with Rahul.
So the way I see visitor management going forward for the future is that it has to be, there's going to be a lot more integrations. So that's already started with, with access control is essential, and integrating with then video surveillance cameras, and then wayfinding solutions, meeting room systems, license plate recognition cameras. So for the workplace experience to for the whole workflow to work well, it all has to be synchronized, and that's where visitor management will head. It won't be standalone; it'll have to come aligned with something else for it to really give the best experience to the visitor and the best output for the company. That's where I see it in the future.
Thank you, Rahul. Sandeep, what's the future looking like for you?
I completely agree with whatever everyone's saying here. More integrations, but one of the topmost priorities for Hipla at least is to get customers to start using what we have already built. So for us, it's less of a build mode now because I think we've built quite a lot already. Coincidentally, like with any other product, most of our customers only use like 10% of what we have built. So I think it's all going to be about education of those features, how they can help them, so on and so forth. So for us, it's more about a sell mode versus a build mode. Naturally, we are keeping our eyes around, what's happening with integrations with AI, but nothing disruptive coming from our end as of now.
Thank you. Utkarsh? Yeah, you're muted, Utkarsh. Let me unmute you.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, so two parts to it. One is where we see future is heading, and second thing, what we are doing or where we are. So if you ask me, our biggest goal is to, make this whole approach, this problem, not a facility manager problem, but a CXO problem. I think that takes up most of my time, right? Because frictionless future is not just about facility manager, it is more about everybody, because it is ultimately the end user who is getting this friction. So how it can be a bigger agenda, right? How people should care about it more rather than thinking it as a tool that lies with the facility management. So that is something which we want to do more. From a future of visitor management, if you really ask me, I don't know it will happen or not, but I feel that we should stop actually calling it visitor management, but we should actually start calling it a people flow system. It's ultimately about managing the people flow across physical spaces, and those spaces are not just workplaces or residences, hospitals, airports, any place where people are moving. How you can make it all the people flow completely seamless. If you ask me, the future is magic gate, a gate in which we all enter, we are automatically registered, authenticated, yet we never get to know. So if we can have that day where you can just move into any premise, like you enter into your own home without really worrying about anything, and then of course a lot of things have to come together, the physical technology, the sensors, the AI, everything. But I think that is the future we all should aspire for. That one day we will have those kind of magic gates. So yeah, that is what we believe in.
Okay, Gaurav, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So I think if I talk about the future, I think Utkarsh mentioned rightly that something that makes the experience seamless for the visitor is the thing. It can be like let's say it can be a voice based assistant that would be just asking you rather than filling up a form on a tablet. It's a, like an AI avatar talking to you and quickly asking you questions, or like there's a pre-fill sort of a system which can just let you in next 2 3 seconds to get inside you. So I think that that is the thing that where the world would love to go, and where the AI system would help them reach. And for us, like visitor, our main focuses might not be like going towards that thing as of now, but yeah, definitely the thing is like our main focus has been from like early days has been the SMEs, like, because a lot of enterprises usually top level management usually have that intent to implement those systems. But in SMEs, like what we have seen, slowly gradually that thing has coming up, like people are seeing that they want the system, but cost is again an angle to it. So that is where our target is, like if we can have a very high adoption on the SME side, then that is what we would be focusing on for coming like some time.
Okay, thank you. Ronin, last thoughts from yours.
Yeah, I think Utkarsh kind of said my words. Magic gate, he said. So we are all about access control to doors, right? So we believe that the goal of any software which is meant for visitor management or people access is being able to provide them seamless experience at end to end. And from that point of view, we are focused on specific technologies which can enable this for visitors when it comes to door access. So we're investing in technologies like UWB, ultra wideband, which is a technology which is now available in most high-end phones and will be there across phones. So what a Bluetooth and NFC have been there for a lot of time, long time, but they don't provide that seamless experience. Like magically, just you walking through the gate door and everything, the door just opens for you without you having to do anything, right? That experience can only be provided to certain new technologies where we are investing in. Obviously, facial recognition is another area where we have been focused on. We have launched some of our solutions with that. But intent of using technologies is to provide a seamless experience for the users.
Excellent. Well, this brings us to the end of a very, very insightful panel discussion here. The panel discussion was, this entire campaign was not for this panel itself, but to educate this industry about this very, very attractive sector or subsector that you can say. Please visit, let me share my screen again before you all leave. Please visit the portal and follow that portal, because your marketing team, whenever you have anything new, innovations that are coming, new features that are coming, please feel free to share this. Let me again to share your content here, so that this content reaches out to everybody who is following this particular category. And for the next 12 months at least, we are going to be promoting this category. And today we only launched players in India and UAE, but we'll be soon launching UK, Canada, and US as well. So we'll be doing more such workshops so that the overall this ecosystem, there's more awareness happens for this ecosystem. So with that, I thank you all for this in this campaign. We are not done yet. We are gonna do a lot of more campaigns. We will be promoting you guys who are participating after this panel on our socials. We'll be sharing your best customer reviews. We will be sharing. We'll be converting this into a PR article as well. So there's a lot of action still pending. Okay, so I would like your marketing team to support this as well. With that, thank you again.
Ravi, we also want to thank you. I mean, such an amazing initiative, having everybody of this industry. I mean, we have been, listening about all the companies here, have been tracking, knowing, and having those faces to the name and bringing everybody. It is such an interesting initiative. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. We enjoyed it throughout.
Thank you,
so
Ravi.
much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ravi.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Have a great
Ravi.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye.